Okay, everyone. Now that me and Liz are here in Lima, I wanted to just give you all an update of where we're at and where we're going. I know I've been a little in the dark about the trip, the Peru bikepacking trip that we are embarking on, so I figured I'd load us right up on the map and show our route. So here we are in Peru. Right now we're in Lima. This week we're going to head up to Samanco, which is up the coast. So we're going to go past Huarmey, all the way up to Samanco district here. And our first night, we are planning on camping somewhere around here on the beach in Samanco. And you can see here it's just all desert, and this is all just sand dunes. And the mountains start here as you work up into the foothills of the Cordillera Negra. So from there, we're going to head up into San Jacinto and Moro district. And my last time I was in Peru in January, I went right up from Moro. I'll show you how we crossed. We went up from Moro this way. We crossed through Pamparo Mas, and over this high point right here in the Cordillera Negra, we were around 14,000 feet. From there we descended down this crazy road here into the Ancash Valley and Caraz. This time we're going to take a little bit of a different route. So we're starting off in the same area, but my plan is to come into this valley here, and then instead of going right like we did last time, we're going to go left up to Jimbe. So this valley looks really cool. There's a few different options here. The existing road goes up to the left here, as you can tell, and it kind of follows this ridge line around way up to the top. This looks like all alpine, this road through here, and we're going to be crossing around I would say about 16,000 feet. Yeah, this mountain is 5,800 meters, so we're not going to be going up quite as high as that peak, but we're going to be in that vicinity. So you can kind of see how high the peak is over here, and this road crisscrosses through this valley. And then on the other end, come down into Ancash and Huaylas village. And from there, we are in the Ancash Valley. Let me show you, just back up here a little bit. There's Huaylas. Let me show you, and you can just see how beautiful and big this valley is. We've got the Cordillera Negra on the right, Cordillera Blanca on the left. The Negra's peaks max out at around 5,800 meters, and the Blancas are some of the highest peaks in the world. They go up to over 6,000 meters. And the most incredible part about them is they have these beautiful alpine lakes that are just tucked in. This is Mount Huascarán, the highest mountain in Peru. Doesn't give the exact elevation. But anyway, I'm really excited about this area. This will be the third time that I've come back to the Ancash Valley, and it's a really special spot here in Peru. Let me just zoom out and I'll show you where it is in relative to the rest of the country. Drop that down there. So from north to south, this is Peru, and we have Lima, which is like around here. Here's Lima. And there's Huaraz, and this is the Cordillera Blanca. So rough route is going to run from Chimbote up into the Ancash Valley. We're also checking out a secondary route that leaves from Jimbe. This one would be a little more involved, a little bit more off-road, but basically instead of going left up this valley where I showed you earlier, we're going to be cutting right and following this road up through here, up this unknown valley. So the road kind of terminates here, but you can see very faintly some other trails that cut up this valley. If you look more closely, the trail is up here. So following that up, this could be an epic mountain bike route. A lot of what I do when looking for routes is I just go here on Google Earth and you can pretty much see where the footpaths are, especially in the Alpine where there's no trees. The coolest part about this valley is that it ends in this like glacial moraine lake here, and I've been looking at this and I'm wondering if that's a dam or some sort of water structure, aquifer. But once we're up here, we could camp at elevation, and this looks like a really cool cirque. The problem would just be following all these paths, like here, this path up and over the pass, and we're talking around 15,000 feet. So this isn't going to be easy. Hopefully we'll carry over some acclimatization from Colorado. But we are going to take about 3 or 4 days to do this objective. So from there, we've been looking pretty closely at this pass and crossing over and basically connecting with one of these other towns on the other side. So there's a bunch of options in this area, and I'm really excited to show Liz. Most of the attention is focused on the Cordillera Blanca, but I'm also really excited about the Cordillera Negra because there's just so many little paths there, and it's drier. And first half of the trip, we're going to cross into Caraz, and then probably head up into some of these glacial lakes. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be big. It's going to be epic. Peru, I love you.